Kizzy.
Behold, the only thing ain't no right way to be a slave.
Como hemos venido aquí a Cannes, Francia, y esta emisión especial de cultura y entretenimiento, elenco de la nueva versión
Raíces.
Regresamos con cultura y entretenimiento y vamos a profundizar con el elenco de la nueva versión de Roots, de Raíces, sobre qué nos puede ofrecer a los televidentes y a nosotros esta nueva serie. What did you tell the new Kunta Kinte, Malachi Kirby, about the magic of the character of Kunta Kinte?
I think Malachi was really acutely aware of the power, the magic of the character. My advice to him was really simple: make it your own. You know, it was really important to me that he felt no restrictions from my portrayal. That he felt absolutely empowered to interpret this character in his own way, and he's done that in a remarkable fashion.
And for you, Nika, how did you prepare your character different from other characters in your past, in your career?
I think that what was valuable for something that is of a different time, what was valuable to me was that I was able to go to an actual plantation. The Whitney Plantation, which is in Louisiana. It's the only slave museum in the United States that is dedicated to telling the story of slavery from the viewpoint of that of the enslaved people. It was pretty mind-blowing to me, pretty amazing. And I also read a lot of slave narratives, which are books where you have ex-slaves telling their stories and being put directly in the book in their words. There's several of those that are around. And I listened to a lot of slave narratives. The WPA, with the Library of Congress, has scores of ex-slaves that are actually on tape telling their stories. So I actually found a woman from the area that Kizzy was born in and listened to her, not only for her story, but for her sounds. What did her voice sound like? What were her patterns? And these are things you try to do with everything, but sometimes when a story it's very close to us, but it's also far away from us, we don't have those things to be able to do. So to actually be able to listen to an audio file of someone connected to slavery was pretty amazing.
Ain't no right way to be a slave. Only thing they ever gonna understand is this right here.
So, I won't never see you be my equal.
I don't never want to be the same as you.
Always gonna be someone wants to take away your freedom. You're gonna have to fight to stay free.
This is a $30 million production, you know, and the Variety magazine.
What's that number?
In Variety. Okay. And Variety said that it was a brand-defining project. Are you afraid of this challenge?
Yes. Supremely scared. I mean, we're in the part now where we've finished most of the work, and now it's waiting to see how people respond to it. So this is obviously a very anxious time. I have the burden of the four things I spoke about: my father, the social ramifications, the history and legacy of this project. These are all, huge burdens. It's exciting at the same time, but it's terrifying.
I will fight for your king.
Forward march!
From now on, we don't fight for English, we fight for ourselves.
Toby, my name is Belle.
Yo, Mandinka ways, they done started to rub off on me. You gonna get your own self up.
Your love, it will never die. I will name you Kizzy.
Behold, the only thing greater than you.
why do Colombian viewers have to go to roots and feel identified?
But like I said before, it's not just an African story or an American story or an African-American story. And the themes are absolutely universal. If you cannot relate to the journey of Kunta Kinte, then you are probably less than human.
Okay, how about Nika?
I've seen, I told you I really want to go to Colombia.
That's great.
Doing research on Colombia recently, and I had no idea what a large black population there was in Colombia.
Yeah.
And I don't know that because I think that in general over the years, countries in general, when they're putting out "come to our country," those are not the faces that they put on the poster. So I was very surprised to find that. So, you know, these people came from somewhere.
Sure. How about Denmark?
Roots is also a story of family. The strength of it lies in this story of a family that stayed together no matter what and continued to tell the story of each of their generation. That's a universal theme. Family is a universal theme. And that's what Roots is actually all about, is about the strength of family. That the power of the family enabled them to survive, to tell the story again to us through Alex Haley's book. And I also think that sometimes the stories of other people's journeys that loosely parallel our own things are sometimes easier to watch. So there's many countries around the world that don't have the slave story as it is told in this show, but they have things that have happened in the history of their country that are similar. And we can learn from the mistakes that other people have made in their lives as easily as we can from mistakes we've made ourselves.
I think the people of Colombia have gone through many, many different things, lots of different struggle and strife, and will very easily recognize the sacrifice that it takes, the strength that it takes, the perseverance and the faith that it takes to survive.
Hasta aquí esta emisión especial de Cultura y Entretenimiento aquí en el Tiempo Televisión. Así como hemos venido aquí a Cannes, Francia, dentro de 8 días les tendremos a ustedes más novedades sobre el mundo de la creación. Hasta entonces.
Así
como hemos venido aquí a Cannes, Francia, aquí esta emisión especial de Cultura y Entretenimiento, el elenco de la nueva versión.
Raíces.
It was just terror.